Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Cynthia Ray here. So I was just about to do my workout, but couldn't get this information off of my mind and really wanted to share it with you so I can clear my mind and get started. So this morning I've been journaling a little bit about what it is about sugar and the holidays that are coming and Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas and New Year's that get so many people stuck. So I want to share with you today my few tips, my secrets actually, on how I teach people and how I myself limit sugar cravings and get them out of the way. So I'm going to share those with you today. Also, on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a um, live video of how to do a cleanse and how to learn how to reset your palate and eliminate sugar cravings. So if you want more details, come join me on Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I'll be live here teaching that. So anyway, in the meantime, I just want to give you 6 secrets on how I myself and teach my clients how to eliminate or limit sugar cravings. So I'm going to go through my notes right here. So the first thing I have is, of course, right, eat a well-balanced diet. If you're eating lots of whole, healthy foods, you're going to crave sugar less, right? I've noticed over the years with my clients that if whatever they eat more of is what they crave more, right? So if you're eating sugary foods or salty foods, things like that, or processed foods, you're actually going to crave them more. But if you're eating whole, healthy foods, fruits, veggies, meats, lean meats, and proteins, you're going to crave those more. So when it comes to resetting your palate, that's actually what happens. Whatever you eat more of is what you crave more of. However, there are some consequences to that, right? So if you're eating a lot of sugary foods, you're going to be depleting your immune system. It's going to be harder to get better when you're sick. You're going to be having joint pain, maybe some sinus pain, headaches. What else happens? Poor sleep, poor energy, and just not feeling well overall, just kind of feeling blah. So once you take sugar out of your diet, it's going to eliminate those factors. So that's number one. The second one is to start with protein. So if you feel like you're craving something sugary and you're just a little bit hungry, then maybe grab some protein instead. Maybe like a piece of cheese or maybe like a piece of apple and nut butter. So you're still getting those carbs in there and the sweet, but you're also going to be getting some protein in there too, which will help to alleviate that. And then the next thing is to avoid getting too hungry. So it's so easy to, forget to eat sometimes when we get really busy and caught up with our day. And when you get too hungry, and I noticed this actually yesterday, when you get too hungry, you might find yourself craving sweet foods because by nature, I didn't describe this already, but by nature, our bodies really want something sweet and sugary when we're too hungry because when we put carbohydrates or sweet things in our mouth, there's actually enzymes in your mouth that help to break down and absorb carbohydrates for immediate energy. So that's basically for survival. If you're low energy and you just can't go on, if you put something like a piece of fruit or some kind of a carbohydrate in your mouth, then you'll be going to get instant energy. So, yeah, so it's really important that you are aware of that and you know that if your blood sugar is low, if you're too hungry, you're most likely going to be craving carby foods. And the more concentrated carbs, the better your body thinks, right? For survival, at least. So make sure to avoid getting too hungry. And, if you get too hungry and you're craving something, grab some protein first or maybe a piece of fruit or drink a glass of water. That's always helpful too before you begin eating because you just might be thirsty. All right. The next thing is, yes, so plan out your desserts. So if you want a special sweet treat, don't just kind of, grab it. Oh, yeah, and you kind of see it maybe sitting on the table. Maybe there's some Halloween candy or some leftover treats from dessert the night before, or somebody brought something home, it's sitting on the counter. So instead of just kind of mindlessly eating it and grabbing it, before you do that, actually, it's best to plan in advance. So plan out your sweet days. So let's say you're planning to have, a date night on Friday night. And you're like, okay, I can't wait because that's the night I'm going to have something special with my husband or my boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. And I'm gonna, make it special. So if you're gonna eat something that's like a treat sweet food, make it intentional and make it special, and don't settle. I always say to everybody, don't settle when it comes to something like that, because it's something that is a special thing and you want to make it special. So if you're gonna eat something sweet, make sure you're sitting down, tasting it, enjoying it, experiencing it, and not just putting it in your mouth and shoving it in, using your body as a trash can. I tell people that a lot too. Avoid using your body as a trash can. So I know sometimes we'll have food sitting around. We're like, oh, I'm just going to eat that because I don't want to throw it away because I feel guilty. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You can throw it away. I know it's hard to do, or store it away. If it's too hard to throw it away, just store it away or give it away. I know even with my kids, when it comes to Halloween candy and treats, they get excited every year because they like to make extra money, and they know that the more pounds of candy they collect, they can take it to their dentist's office and they'll pay them $1 per pound of candy. And I allow them to keep maybe 7 pieces of candy. There's maybe 7 to 10 of their top favorites, and then to have, to enjoy them, on a special night or whatever, or when they're really craving it. So that's something that you can do as well. All right. And then the last thing is, yes, you can definitely create a sensitivity to sugar, which is a good thing. Meaning, once you're eating a lot of whole healthy foods and you kind of clean out and detox your body from toxic foods like sugar, you will actually change your palate, and you will really bring down or eliminate your cravings for sugar because your body is so well nourished. A lot of times we crave sugar because of the lack of nourishment or nutrition that our bodies have. So it's important to stay well nourished. And I love cleansing with my groups because we actually are working on, obviously, detoxing and removing toxins from our body. But we're also changing our palate because our bodies now have a desire for healthy whole food, and any kind of sweets or alcohol or whatever you might bring in, there's a high sensitivity to it because your body's so cleaned out. So that's one really good way to eliminate sugar cravings, is by cleansing and resetting your body. So that way, when you do eat it, it doesn't taste as good, or a little bit goes a long way. So you might have a little piece of something sweet, excuse me, and it's like, oh wow, that's really sweet. That's kind of too sweet. So that's plenty for me. Or if you eat it, the next day you might have a sugar hangover where you kind of feel sluggish and tired, which actually happened to me after the sugar detox we did a couple weeks ago. I did fine, during it, and then I had, a sweet treat. I don't think it was my 20 days later, and it was enjoyable. I really made it on purpose. I created a plan to do it with my husband at date night, and then that next day I felt so sluggish and tired. I didn't understand why, and I was like, oh, because it was too much for my body at the time. So just listen to your body and see how you feel. So if you want to join us for the orientation, it's free for the cleanse, and you can learn how to reset your palate and how to create sensitivity to sugar and other foods, and also decrease your allergies and increase your immune system, so you get better faster when you have a cold, or heal faster if you have any injuries, better sleep, better energy for exercise, decrease joint pain, things like that, and brain clarity. That's a big one. So once you're cleansing and remove those toxins from your body, you're going to have so much brain clarity and focus. So join me on Tuesday, November 3rd at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. We're going to meet from 5:30 to 7. Here on this page, I'm actually going to be recording a live class I'll be doing in my area up here in North Idaho, and you can join in for that. And if you really love it and you're thinking, I totally need this cleanse for me, we're going to be starting day 1 of the cleanse the following Monday, which is November 9th. So join us here Tuesday, November 3rd at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time here on my page, and we'll get you started. I'll put a link in the comment section below for you to jump in. All right, take care. Have a beautiful Halloween. Bye.